Hello guys, Husman here and welcome to this video. In this video I thought I would be taking a look at the Gardevoir League Battle deck. This like League Battle deck just offers so much value. Like it gives us a whole 4/4/3 Gardevoir EX line and a lot of good stable trainers. And because Gardevoir is so relevant as it is in the format right now with the NAIC tournament, biggest tournament ever, we had 6 in the top 8. I thought this product was better than ever, right? So yeah, let's have a crack at it and see what this League Battle deck has to offer. So this is the entire content of the box. We get some poison and burn markers, we get some very nice dices, a code card, and then funnily enough we actually get this guide on how to like upgrade the build and battle deck, something I wanted to do later in the video, so that's very nice. I will keep this and say what they have to say about upgrading it. And then obviously the most important part, we got the deck, where as you can see we do get 3 Gardevoir EXs, 1 Mew EX, 1 Lumineon, and a Greninja, Radiant Greninja, so much value. Yeah, let's try to take a closer look at the deck. So here we have the whole deck put together, as you can see. So let's try to spread it out. First off, we play 4 rolls. This is our main like both draw engine and also like how we want to accelerate the energy. So 4 rolls is basically a must, right? Then we have 4 Curlias with the refinement ability, of course. Discard 1 card, draw 2. So you can just get like through your deck so easily and so quickly. So once again, 4 is a must. Then we play 3 Gardevoir EX. Gardevoir EX is our energy accelerator, I guess, like what this deck is built around. So playing 3 is nice. I think in normal version we only people only play 2, but in this deck you get 3, and that's just a bonus, right? Then our main attacker in the deck is Drifloon. Drifloon has an attack that says for every damage counter on it, it does 30 damage. And it has 70 HP, so it can get 6 damage counters total, which is 180. That's pretty good for one pricer, especially because you can just put it down and start accelerating with Gardevoir, right? Then we have 1 Cresselia. Cresselia have an attack that says move 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you basically heal your Pokemon, right? This is pretty good against Dragapult, because Dragapult would like to spread some of the damage it does around, and they can't really do that with Cresselia in play. So you've kind of forced Dragapult to just put all their damage counters on one Pokemon, which is not what they want to do. And then we play 1 Greninja, obviously for the concealed cards ability, such good consistency. Then we play 1 Lumineon with Luminous Sign to find a supporter. And then we play 1 Mew EX, which I think is very interesting, because Mew EX is a very good, like, it's a consistency card, right? Because with the restart ability you can draw up to 3, but it's also a very good attacker that can cover your opponent's active Pokemon's attack. So I think this is a very good inclusion. Not a lot of people are playing Mew EX, but I actually think it's a very nice inclusion for the deck. Then we play 4 Ultra Ball, which is quite a lot, but you get 4 Ultra Ball with the deck. Then you get 4 Nest Balls. We have a lot of basics we want to get out, and we want to get them out as fast as possible. So 4 Nest Balls is very nice. Then there is 3 Rare Candies. Rare Candies to like skip the Curlier step, but that's interesting because we actually want to get the Curliers into play, because that's our consistency as well. So the Rare Candies is kind of interesting. We played them a lot earlier when Gardevoir was the thing, but it seems like people have cut a little bit back on it, so that's something you can have in mind. Then we have 1 Super Rod. And yeah, that's just to recover all our Pokemon, right? So we can essentially have So we essentially can have 6 Drifloons if that's what we want. Or if they killed way too many Curlier pieces or Gardevoir pieces early on. Then we have 3 Bravery Charms, because if you put a Bravery Charm on Drifloon, all of a sudden it can have a lot more damage counters on it, which furthers how much the attack potentially can do. So that's why we play 3, 1 for each of the Drifloon, I guess. So all of a sudden, with Bravery Charm, we can start taking one-shots at all basic EXs. We will start taking one-shots on, but also most of the other EXs actually. We can take one-shots on most things, which is pretty nice. 3 is a lot. 3 is a lot, but it's very a nice luxury to have, I guess. And then we play 2 Artisans to find our rolls. We want as many rolls out to one as possible. Then we play 4 Iono as our primary draw supporter. But it also works very well as a disruption supporter, because we have our refinement, so we don't really care about Ionoing ourselves to 2, because we can always just start refining using refinement. Then we play 3 Professor's Research. Discard your hand, draw 7. This have always been good. Not in as many decks right now as they used to be, but it's definitely a very good consistency card, that's for sure. Then we have double Arven. Arven is nice because it's just such a versatile card. I don't really feel like we play enough items to like really get the most out of Arvens, but that's something we can look at afterwards, right? Arven is still a very good card. And then we have, I think there was meant to be 3 Boss's Orders. I don't know where the last one went, but here's 2 Boss's Orders. I can't be wrong. Yeah, 2 Boss's Orders. 2 Boss's Orders, obviously to take something from their bench up in the active. I guess it's kind of self-explanatory at this point. Every deck is playing some kind of Gust. And then we play 1 Shack, which can find 2 Evolution Pokemon. This is interesting. I have not seen this in Gardevoir, like in general. So that's an interesting inclusion from Pokemon's side. But I guess it's there, and I guess it adds consistency. And then we have nothing less than, as you can see on the side, 13 energies. 13 energies is quite a lot, in my opinion. But I guess it works very well with Greninja's concealed cards. 13 energies. So yeah, that's a lot of energies. That's very usual for like theme decks and stuff. So can't be too surprised about it. So yeah, this is all of the cards you get in the Gardevoir League Battle deck. This is a very good deck for someone that just started playing. Such a good deck. It's a deck that you can just start playing with immediately, and you will like be able to win games with it. As I said, it's not optimized, and if you are playing at the highest level, this is probably not good enough, but you get the whole Gardevoir core that you need, right? So this is very good for a newer player, and I can really recommend this as your first deck for sure. But with that said, let's start to take a look at how we can make the deck even better. Alrighty, so here's the full deck that we get with the product, right? But I feel like we can upgrade it a little bit. So if you just want to like maximize it right away and makes it optimized, right? You could just go for Stefan Ivanov's list. He came second at NIC, or any of the top 8 decks, I guess. You could just take that list and change it into that. I think I would leave a link in the description for that deck list. But if you're a newer player that just want to like make the deck better day by day or step by step, right? The first thing I would do would be add a ace-spec to the deck. You should realistically you should play an ace-spec in every deck. The ace-spec cards are just way too good to not play one, right? And it kind of don't even matter which one you play, as long as you it's not that it doesn't matter, but you need to play at least one. So if you only have one ace-spec, in your whole collection, it kind of makes sense just to put it in, just because all of the ace picks is so good. But there's obviously ones that are better than the other. For this deck, I would recommend either Hyper Aroma or the Unfast Dam. Unfast Dam is just so good because it one draw yourself a card, 5 cards, but it also gets your opponent down to 2, and you can do this turn 2 when your opponent have taken the first 1 prize. And you can find it on Arven and stuff. So that's very, very good as a disruption option. And the Hyper Aroma finds you 3 Curlias, or potentially 3 Curlias would be what you find with this. So both of these options are very, very great for the deck. 5 of the Guardies Intervade played the Unfast Dam, and Stefan Ivanov played the Hyper Aroma. So I put in either one of these to the deck. If you put in the Hyper Aroma, Shack seems like a very easy cut in my opinion, because it kind of does the same but as an item. Afterwards, I would definitely see if I can find a Monkey Dory plus a Dark Energy and add to the deck. Monkey Dory moves 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponents, and you put damage counters on yourself with Guardian's ability. So it's basically just 30 extra damage plus you heal yourself, which is just very insane. This combo is kind of what put the deck over the top and made it tier 1 or S or whatever you want to call it. That's this card. And it's very easy accessible. It came out in Trial at Masquerade. It's just a normal holo, so it should be very easy to find. So this is definitely something I would try to fit into the deck where you feel like it makes sense. And then I would find, as the last like very big upgrade in my opinion, I would find 4 Body Puffins and put into the deck. You can just make a quick swap, to be honest, and take out 4 Nest Balls for the Body Puffins. Could also leave 1 Nest Ball and find something else you want to take out. There's kind of free range for whatever you want to do, to be honest. But these like whatever 7-8 cards is definitely the quick change I would make to the deck. And once again, otherwise, if you want to do the full maximization right off the bat and you have the cards for it, I would leave a link to a very good list in the description, and then you can just like I guess find that out yourself. There's a lot of other very, very good. These are some of the very good cards as well you could consider into the deck. 2 counter catchers, because you will be behind on prizes most of the game. So you can just have a Gust Effect as an item, which is insanely strong in my opinion. And then I have a TM Evolution. We do play 2 Arven, so it's very searchable. We do play the Luminion as well, so we can find the Luminion, Arven, Body Puffin plus this. That's a very, very strong combo in my opinion. So this is a very good add if you have this in the deck. This is a quick swap with the Drifloon. This basically does the same as Drifloon, just on the bench. So it gives you a bit more range, I guess. So you can decide either to attack the active or the bench. So you can counter catch up something, and then attack something on the bench and hope that they are not able to retreat it, so you can buy a turn that way. Professor Toro. So one of the strengths with this deck is that you have 1 prize attackers, right? But you need to have the Gardevoir EX in play, which is awkward. So this makes you able to Toro your Guardi, because you will most likely have a couple of Curlias in place already. So you can Toro the Guardi and make your board state only one prizes. That's very, very strong, and I feel like most decks, most Guardi lists right now play a Toro. So that's definitely something you should consider when upgrading the deck. So there's a lot of other cards you probably want in the deck, but these are like the most important in my opinion. The 4 Body Puffins and the Ace Pick is the most important, and then after that I guess it's the in the order that I showed in my opinion. The Monkey and then the Body Puffins, and yeah, you name it. So yeah, this is the Gardevoir Battle League deck definitely a very, very good product, and I think it's very affordable as well. It's like, what, $35, I think, something like that. Don't come at me if it's incorrect, but I think it's about that price range, which is very, very fine for a tier 1 deck, in my opinion. So yeah, you should, and it's very like a wide accessible product. You should be able to find it at your normal card store. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the deck. Yeah, and that's actually all I have for you for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye.